Hello, my friends out there. I hope y'all are doing well on this Thursday night. It is almost time for football. Even though they're our division rivals, I'm pretty psyched to watch the Steelers-Ravens. It's always awesome. But just felt like getting online and answering some of the questions that I get all the time and just celebrating a good week. It's a good week. How can it not be when you get something like this in the mail, which many of y'all saw? The daddy, the Kentucky Boys dream card. Unbelievable card. So yeah, I mean, I know it was crazy expensive and all that, and yes, I just bought it off eBay, but it kind of gets back to what I've talked about before, which is, focus on your collection. And clearly I like having a diversity of types of cards and different stars and different players from different teams and universities, and pro teams. But when this is the kind of stuff you save up for when you're really into it the way I am and a lot of y'all are. I mean, if you think about what this card is, compared to like Jordan autographs or things like that that the whole world loves, I personally, and I sold a great Kobe Bryant card to have the money to be able to get this, but this is an Anthony Davis rookie, a Kid Gilchrist rookie, Teague, Doran Lamb, Darius Miller, and Terrence Jones, all rookie, all Logomans. But I mean, this is everybody who I spent and I watched live in person play for the 2012 National Championship team for Kentucky, everybody who left. Darius Miller's a Kentucky boy who spent 4 years there. Davis was obviously the MVP, Freshman of the Year, Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, all of those things. Gilchrist, the hustler, he's not going to be the NBA star, but I love MKG. And it's what I said in my post, that to me this is, if it's not the best Kentucky themed card of the last 5-10 years, then it's got to be in the top 3, or it's got to be in the conversation, top 5, because it represents everything from that year. And the cool thing is it's Immaculate's first year of basketball. So to me, this puppy is just special. And I'm glad it's a 9, and that is awesome. I could care less what the grade is. If it was an 8.5, I could absolutely care less. It's about collecting and the focus. Speaking of, I put some of these in my post, but here's a book that I was working on this week. Finding my there's not a patch or an autograph in this. The Deion Sanders baseball cards that I had as a kid and collected because I loved Deion. And then the Deion football cards that I'm still filling up the book of. His old Falcon stuff that was fantastic. I love these books as much as anything. And then actually went on eBay this week and I bought, lots for $2 and $3 of 20 and 50 of these cards to add to the collection. And I mean, there's no autographs. There's nothing expensive about these, but it's that same joy of collecting a player that I did in my youth that became a Hall of Famer that I loved and love watching highlights of now, still to this day. So you go from this crazy expensive Logoman to something like that, and there's that same kind of joy in each. And that's interesting because that kind of leads me to one of my questions too. Is like I was getting a lot of questions of, I've got this card. Should I grade this card? And why people grade cards is completely up to them. But the way that I personally look at it is, if you are looking to turn the card and flip it, sell it. Oh, there's my dog, my Great Dane barking. Coda, come here. Then, if you're looking to bump the value, then obviously grading is going to do that. But I've got all these wonderful Anthony Davis cards, and there are not many that are graded because I'm never going to sell them. Now, on the flip side, I've got a few special ones that I did get graded because I want them protected for life, always. So, sorry. Sometimes these videos do get interrupted by a large dog. Oh, come to stop it. So, anyway, the point is I think you either grade them to protect them. If there's something that you're never going to sell, you just go for the straight protection. Because I'm clumsy. I spill stuff all the time on myself. Oh my gosh. It's like my shirts look like napkins by the end of the day. And then you've got the ones that you want to turn and flip. The other is, I think that there are people, and I know there are, that want to say, I collect 9.5s of very good rookies or things like that. And yeah, certainly there's that reason. But I just don't feel this necessity, even though, like, for instance, here you go. Here's a great Anthony Davis card sitting on my wall here. Out of 23, acetate patch card, second year immaculate. It's not graded. I don't really have any intention of getting it graded. I'm never going to sell it. I may get it to get it protected, but I don't feel like I have to start sending everything off and paying all that money. And then there's some like this, which I did get graded, which I've shown you before, just because I didn't care if it came back an 8.5 or whatever. It's his immaculate rookie. Dadgummit, I want it safe forever. And it came back a 9. Great, fine. Same thing with the jerseys. I had another question or two come in on, I've got this jersey. I got it signed in person. I've got pictures of me getting it signed. Should I get it certified because I'm trying to sell it? Well, yeah, in that case, if your goal is to sell it, it's kind of why I asked the question last time about should I put these jerseys in a giveaway that I got signed? Because if you don't get it certified, the value is only worth what someone is trusting in you that you got it actually signed if it's not certified. And even certified, sometimes they miss stuff. So absolutely, I think that if you're going to turn around and sell something, the best thing you can do is get it certified or get it graded or get it some sort of standard. Then you can just go look online and see what does that standard typically sell for, and then you get an idea of what you'll make off it. And you can make a decision. Hey, I got this Karl Malone jersey certified. Karl Malone certified jerseys sell for $100. Yes, that's perfect. Or no, that's not worth it to me to sell it. So, but again, it goes down to, and if you're in the business, if you're a dealer, that's totally different. I mean, that's a totally different thing. I'm usually not talking about dealers when I'm talking on here. This is just more of the collector side of things. And like I said, I'm no wise, soul. I just my opinion. It's worth what you're paying for, right? So, anyway, I think that's important. So, grade away, but don't waste too much money getting everything graded, especially if you never plan on selling it. Speaking of selling stuff, this flawless stuff is amazing. Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten any yet. I haven't broken any. I haven't bought any. All of that. But going back to what I've said before about how you build your collection, which I always get that question, how do I do a collection like yours and so on? Well, to me, it's about your focus, right? So one thing that I definitely am going to do is I probably got 8 to 10 Jordan signed in his Carolina jersey stuff like this. Unbelievably nice cards. 9.5 patch auto. I mean, that's rare to get a 9.5 on a patch that big. Or here's Jordan, Magic, and Irving out of 10. These are wonderful cards. There is not a thing wrong with them, whatever. They could be cornerstones of someone's collection. But to me, looking at the Anthony Davis in his Kentucky jersey flawless card, I'm going to put these on eBay and sell them because I have other things. I've got Jordan stuff that matters more to me than this. And this is the sacrifice to make. Yeah, I can keep these and say, hey, look at all these Jordans. That's not my focus. It's not my focus. They came to me. I love them. I've loved on them. They're the best. But they're not as good to me as a Davis and a Wall dual autograph or a John Wall in his Kentucky jersey and Wizards jersey or the Cousins in his Kentucky jersey or a Randall in his Kentucky jersey. That's my focus. That's what I love. I love the Bengals. I love the Wildcats. I love the Braves and the Reds. I love Griffey Jr. and Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. And I'm willing to give up other great stuff for that because you can't have all the best cards. And you can't have all the greatest stuff. Diversify your collection. Have a wonderful time having a great Steph Curry. I've got a couple great Steph Currys. I don't mind selling a couple. I'm blessed enough to have the game-worn Jordan signed jersey so I could sell all my Jordan cards. And so what? So what? If it gets me great Kentucky stuff, and still got the game worn jersey. I'm just okay with that. It doesn't gnaw at me or something if I sell a great Jordan card and it goes up. So what? It's okay. I don't think, and that leads me to kind of the last piece, which is I don't think you need to be bitter at someone else's success. I was talking to a friend of mine who said, hey, man, I'm getting in a flawless break tonight. I said, man, I hope you dominate it. I spent all my money on this big Logoman, and I can't get in it right now. So I'm going to sell some cards to try and get some flawless stuff. That's part of it. But if my buddy is in it, I want him to crush it. I don't get mad if he pulls a great Anthony Davis. I mean, I hope he pulls all the stuff that he wants. I hope he pulls wonderful things. And it doesn't mean that in the sense of I want him to trade it to me. Being bitter at someone else doing well, what a monumental waste of time. Because the beauty of the hobby, of course, is to share in it and to feel that joy. Got to see a reaction today from Adam, B-Ball Cards on here, a friend online, that he sold me a great John Wall card and said he and his dad some extra stuff. And yeah, I guess I could have sold that and got some more Kentucky stuff. But that joy, seeing that video, which was super great for me, that's wonderful. If somebody pulls an Anthony Davis 101 Kentucky jersey and they love it, great. I got plenty, because otherwise you'll just be, if you're bitter at people's success, you'll always be bitter, because there will always be people who are having a wonderful day and pulling great cards that you can't have. You just can't have them all. So keep your focus. Be happy with everything from the base Deion Sanders Falcons card to the crazy 6-star Logoman 1 of 1, and give when you can. I've had also some people that have had wonderful days or really struggling right now with where they are in life. And my advice really is the same to both of them, which is give away. If you're doing well and you're like, I don't know what to do, I'm doing so great. Well, pick one of your followers who you know is struggling. Don't say anything to me. You don't have to say anything to me. Pick one of your followers who needs help with their collection and say, man, I'm just going to give you this card. Trust me, what a great way to make the high times in your life even better. And if you're struggling, the best thing, and I've had times in my life when I'm super struggling, and I've talked about it before with surgeries and other things. When I started getting a lot better is when I started kind of taking that focus off myself and all the struggles I was going through and started giving to somebody else and getting my head up, and lifting it up and getting it off the ground and giving to someone else. So it's kind of the answer, the remedy to all things good and bad, in my opinion. I haven't seen it fail yet. So that's all. Just excited about some football tonight. Excited about all these wonderful cards that came in. Excited about Adam getting his stuff. And Car Collector 2 got his jersey that I sent him today from Carl Towns. Things like that. And wanted to talk about the grading and the certifying and all that. But best thing I can tell you is have your focus and enjoy your focus despite the success or failures of what's going on around you, and give of yourself. Doesn't fail. So have a wonderful night. I'm glad Kona stopped barking. There she is, snuggling up. And then there's Luke over there snuggling up. So have a great night, y'all. And I will say this. If any of y'all pull any great Flawless Kentucky cards, let me know. I'm open for business on those. You can bet that. And then, if you want to, check out the eBay and see if you see anything that I'm selling that you like. I put up some pretty cool stuff. Iguodala 101, Wiggins autos, things like that are up there now, and it should be in the bio. And have a great night. Take care, y'all.